Hello everyone, Poochers here, bringing you guys a video about my Demon Hunter build for what I'm using to farm Hell, Act 4 for gear for my Templar and some gold, as well as any upgrades I might need, as well as what I will probably be using if I'm soloing Act 1, Inferno that is. So, I will show what I'm using to solo, as well as the changes I would make if I were in a group. Now, first, I would just like to clarify, I'm using my Templar, got him like decent shield, he has 1100 armor, uh, nothing too great. I take the heal, loyalty, the onslaught is pretty nice, and inspire is my personal favorite. Um, you know, you get 1 hatred per second, which is kind of nice, so yeah, that's that. Let's go into my abilities. Blah, 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 blah. So my primary would be Hungering Arrow with the Devouring Arrow rune. This causes it to each consecutive pierce increase the damage of the arrow by 70%. It's really nice. I've gotten really nice crits off of it, and it's really good for the single targets on bosses, mini bosses, and like champion or rare packs, as well as just regenerating your hatred. And secondly, I have Elemental Arrow with the Nether Tentacles rune. From what I've seen, this is like the most popular right click or secondary ability for people to have, because it is really nice for soloing. See a few of them flying off there. This basically means your Elemental Arrow will do the same amount of damage, but it returns 3% of the damage dealt as a life to you. So this is really nice for this basically counters reflex damage mobs or damage reflection mobs, and it's nice for just getting yourself out. Now, if I was in a group, I may take the Ball Lightning rune for this, because it has a bit more bit more AoE potential. It does the same amount of damage, but I personally think it has a wider radius of things it'll hit, and I like it a lot more for the AoE aspect. But right now, I like Nether Tentacles, so I go Preparation with the backup plan, like most everybody does. 30% chance that Preparation's cooldown is not triggered. If you don't know, Preparation instantly restores all of your Discipline, Discipline being the resource you use for defensive abilities like cantrips and smokescreen, and what you'd usually use for vault. Now, as I was saying, I have smokescreen with the Lingering Fog rune. Lingering Fog causes this to go from being 1 second long to 2.5 seconds long, which is basically 3 seconds. I mean, it lasts a decent amount of time. Smokescreen, if you don't know, can be used to avoid projectiles, like the things that are falling on top of you, maybe, or just AoEs that are on the ground. Mob explosions, like when you kill a molten rare mob, they have like a little bomb that just blows up. You can stand right on top of it, pop smoke screen, and it won't do any damage to you. And also cause stuff to lose aggro off of you, so it's really nice. Next I have Vault, and with the Acrobatics rune. Now, I like the Acrobatics rune compared to just like the one that where is it? That one's okay. That's kind of dumb, actually. I don't really like that. But Acrobatics is my favorite because it means I can't spam Vault, because it has a cooldown, and it also has no discipline, so I can use more discipline for cantrips, or I can use 3 smoke screens in a row, giving me 7.5 seconds of complete vulnerability. So that's really nice. Now, if I were in a group and we were doing a boss fight, let's say, I would usually keep Vault, just for the mobility aspect of it. It is always nice. But if not, I would be using Companion with the Bat Companion, because the Bat gives you 3 hatred per second, and it's a really nice regeneration rate for those boss fights where you're spamming elemental arrows into the guy or whatever, and it's nice to have some extra regeneration. Excuse me. But for now, we'll go with Acrobatics. and I use cantrips with the Jagged Spikes rune. This is specifically for Act 4. I might change this a little bit to like Torturous Ground, or even just Carved Spikes, reducing the cost of cantrips by 4 discipline. I might change to one of those two in like Inferno, but for now I'm using the Jagged Spikes because let's see, you can lay down sorry, that's the wrong button. You can lay down 5 of them, and in Hell, and from what I've seen in the beginning of Inferno, you can demolish like champions with this. You can demolish mini bosses that or even bosses. Like when I help people do Hell Act 1 and we do the Skeleton King, I place 4 or 5 of these down, and it basically just one-shots the Skeleton King. It's really funny. But yeah, if I was in a group, mind you, however, I would use, let's see, we go back, oh no, sorry, this way, and I would use the Cluster Arrow with Loaded for Bear. I like this. I like Loaded for Bear. I think there was another one I was using, and I kind of forgot which one it was, but I like this one because I've gotten like 130k crits on just the initial damage, and plus like 40k damage per one of the little bombs. I like it. But if not, just cantrips. Now, you saw me just go through and like go through all the different abilities like this, as opposed to being constrained to the ones that are placed there. Before I continue with my passives, I would just like everybody to go into options and go into gameplay. I should have done this before, but go to elective mode, and this allows you to fully customize where where all of them go. I can have my left click bound to R, and cantrips or whatever bound to my left click, and it allows it really nice. And also showing advanced tooltips is nice because that actually gives you the specific numbers, or not numbers, I should say, the percentages of damage and stuff like that. So now let's go on to my passives. Whoa, just spaced out. I use Vengeance, Steady Aim, and Archery. I've been debating Steady Aim with Sharpshooter, simply because, well, I don't know which one I should use. Steady Aim, as long as there are no enemies within 10 yards, all damage is increased by 20%. This is nice for, those boss fights and stuff, but I've been debating it for, farming, because sometimes shit is on you, and, yeah, so it's kind of situational. This is probably best for groups, but I like it as opposed to Sharpshooter, to be honest. Anyway, I have Archery, which with my crossbow gives me 50% critical hit chance. Damage, not chance. That would be overpowered. But I like this a lot because this ramps me up to a much higher level of crit damage, and I like it. And as I said before, Vengeance, I'll go into this, increase your max hatred by 25, and health globes give you 20 hatred and 2 discipline whenever you're healed by a health globe. And that's really nice for, just fights or Solemn Ring or whatever. So yeah, that is my Demon Hunter build. I will have more videos about my Demon Hunter and Diablo 3 to come, and I will be showing you some farming techniques and stuff like that, and I hope everybody has a good day, and I will be making a lot more videos soon. So have a nice one. Shoot my product.